Imagine you are taking a stroll outside, minding your own business, when suddenly you see a blinding streak of light cut through the night sky. Seconds later, you hear a thunderous boom, and a smoking hot rock crashes into the dirt right in front of your shoes. Your garden is now ruined, your heart is pounding, but congratulations, my friend! You might have just stumbled upon a space lottery ticket that could make you a millionaire before breakfast. Most people see a random rock on the ground and kick it away. Big mistake. While regular Earth rocks are practically worthless and mostly used for throwing at aggressive stray dogs, space rocks are an entirely different story. Scientists, rich collectors, and eccentric billionaires are willing to pay astronomical amounts of cash for a piece of authentic cosmic debris. We are talking about anywhere from a few dollars to tens of thousands of dollars per single gram. That means a heavy little pebble from space could easily buy you a brand new luxury sports car, or at least pay off your crushing student loans. But before you quit your day job and go running into the woods with a metal detector, you need to know what you are actually looking for. Because here is the brutal truth. 99% of the cool-looking stones people find in their backyards are not from space at all. They're just boring Earth rocks, old pieces of slag from industrial plants, or melted asphalt. In the rock hunting community, these disappointing fake meteorites have a special name. They call them meteor-wrongs. And if you try to sell a meteor-wrong to a real expert, they will laugh you right out of the building. So, how do you spot a real cosmic treasure among millions of fake ones? First, look at the surface. When a space rock enters our atmosphere, it travels at mind-boggling speeds, sometimes over 40,000 miles per hour. The intense air friction generates temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. This roasts the outside of the rock, melting a paper-thin layer and creating a dark, glassy coating known as a fusion crust. If your rock looks like it was accidentally left inside a pizza oven for 3 days, you are on the right track. Second, check its weight. Meteorites are surprisingly heavy. Most of them are packed with dense metals like iron and nickel. If you pick up a rock the size of an apple and it feels like a solid brick of lead, your heart should start beating faster. Third, grab a simple refrigerator magnet. Because real meteorites contain high amounts of metallic iron, almost all of them will stick to a magnet like glue. If your mysterious rock ignores the magnet completely, it is probably just a chunk of granite from your driveway, and you are still broke. But let us say your rock passes all the tests. It is heavy, it is burnt black, and your magnet snaps right onto it. You are now holding a genuine piece of another world. What is the next step? Do you put it on an online auction immediately with a price tag of $1 million? Absolutely not. That is how you get scammed or end up in legal trouble. Before you can make a single dollar, you have to answer the most important question of all. Who actually owns the meteorite that fell on your lawn? The legal rules about space rocks are surprisingly complicated and completely chaotic. In many countries, including the United States, if a meteorite lands on your private land, congratulations, it belongs to you. You can sell it, use it as a doorstop, or throw it back into the sky if you are feeling angry at the universe. But if that exact same rock lands just 10 feet away on public government land, guess what? It belongs to the state. Taking it home could technically make you a cosmic grave robber facing serious prison time. And if you live in places like Canada or Australia, the laws are even stricter. Their governments consider meteorites to be national treasures. If you find one, you are legally required to report it to authorities, and you might not even be allowed to keep it or sell it overseas. So if a giant rock smashes through your roof, make sure you check your property lines before you start posting photos on social media. Now, let us talk about the actual money. How much cash are we really talking about here? Well, it all depends on what your space rock is made of, and there are 3 main categories. The first and most common type are stony meteorites. They make up about 95% of all space rocks that hit the Earth. They look like gray or brown chunks of concrete, and because they are so common, they are the cheapest option. They usually sell for about 50 cents to $5 per gram. Finding a small one will not buy you a private island, but it might pay for a very nice dinner and a few drinks. The second type are iron meteorites. These are heavy metallic chunks that used to be part of the molten core of ancient destroyed planets billions of years ago. They are much rarer, look super cool when sliced and polished, and can fetch anywhere from $1 to $20 per gram. A nice 20-pound iron meteorite could easily land you $10,000 or more. But then there is the holy grail of space rock hunting, the stony iron Pallasites. These are ridiculously rare, accounting for less than 1% of all falls. When you cut open a Pallasite, it does not look like a rock at all. It looks like a stained glass window made by aliens, filled with glowing golden olivine crystals embedded in shiny iron metal. Collectors go absolutely insane for these things. A single gram of a high-quality Pallasite can easily sell for over $50 or even $100. If you find a big one, you are looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting on your kitchen table. And if you get insanely lucky, you might hit the ultimate jackpot, a piece of the moon or Mars. How does a piece of Mars end up in your backyard? Simple. Millions of years ago, a massive asteroid crashed into Mars with so much violent force that it blasted chunks of the red planet straight into open space. After floating through the void for eons, one of those Martian rocks finally fell to Earth. Lunar and Martian meteorites are so rare that scientists and ultra-rich buyers will willingly pay up to $1,000 per single gram. That is literally more expensive than diamonds, gold, or platinum. So how do you actually turn your space rock into real, cold, hard cash? First, you need to get it officially certified. Serious buyers will not pay thousands of dollars based on your "trust me, bro" guarantee. You have to send a tiny sample, usually about 20 grams, to an official university laboratory or a recognized meteorite scientist. They will slice it up, analyze its chemical composition under electron microscopes, and register it in the official meteoritical bulletin. Once your rock has an official name and classification, its value instantly skyrockets. Next, you find your buyers. You can list it on specialized auction sites, sell it directly to private collectors, or offer it to museums. Some hunters even cut their meteorites into thin slices or turn them into fancy jewelry, selling custom space rock rings and necklaces for insane profit margins. But before you grab your backpack and head out into the desert to become a full-time meteorite hunter, you should know that this business is not all easy money and glory. It is brutal work. Professional hunters spend months baking under the scorching sun in giant deserts like the Sahara, or freezing their toes off in Antarctica, staring at the ground for 12 hours a day through dark sunglasses. They drive thousands of miles, battle dehydration, venomous snakes, and hostile border patrols, only to find zero space rocks 99% of the time. And then there is the danger from above. While finding a cold, ancient meteorite is great for your bank account, being present when a fresh one arrives is a completely different story. In 2013, a massive meteor exploded over the city of Chelyabinsk in Russia. It unleashed a shockwave equivalent to 30 atomic bombs, shattering thousands of windows, blowing down doors, and injuring over 1,500 people. The largest surviving chunk weighed over 1,300 pounds and crashed straight through the ice of a frozen lake. That single event created a massive gold rush. Thousands of locals rushed to the area, digging through deep snow, searching for tiny black pebbles. Some lucky people sold small pieces online for thousands of dollars, using the money to repair their broken windows and buy new cars. So, the next time you're walking in your yard and stub your toe on a weird, heavy, burnt-looking rock, do not get mad. Pick it up, grab a magnet, and test it out. You might just be holding a piece of a destroyed planet that traveled billions of miles through the dark void of space just to make you rich. If you enjoyed learning how to turn space trash into cash, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting me know if you have ever found a weird rock. Stay curious, stay sharp, and keep looking down, human.